guitarist right now for the Michael Jackson Circus Olay tour.
Oh, how cool.
Are you kidding me?
My son's a huge fan of that. Actually, he saw that. He was in Vegas.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
So, so many things. I got 14 things. When you told me to come on down, I was like, great, I'll make a list of what I'm doing. I wrote everything down. I have 14 things I'm working on right now. And I love it.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. I love what I'm doing. And I think for all the young kids out there, document your life. But not only that, find that sweet spot.
Yeah.
Passion. Passion is what drives everything.
It is what drives.
You love what you're doing.
I love
what you're doing.
I love what I do.
And obviously people do as well, because I see you getting a ton of traffic.
Yeah.
So you're doing a good thing. You're providing people with information about training, nutrition.
Exactly. I'm very passionate about it, and it's something that no one's done.
Right.
So it has to be done.
Right.
If it's the last thing I do, it's going to be done. It's a history of what's going on. You know, with their training back then and your training now, you're still training pretty hard.
Yeah. Oh, I train. I still train 6 days a week.
I know you do, but not heavy.
No, not heavy.
Don't need to.
No.
But how's your diet now compared to back then?
You know, it's a lifestyle. You know.
Yeah. But they don't know.
I basically, here's what I eat every morning. A flat of blueberries, a banana, strawberries, a little fish oil, and a yogurt. That's my breakfast. I go to the gym. After the gym, I have a chicken breast, a yam, and steamed vegetables.
I'll bet you have that at the firehouse.
I have that at the firehouse.
There you go.
I'm not hard to find.
I know. Me either.
And then 3-4 hours after that, a piece of fish, steamed vegetables, and a yam. I mean, basically, it's a lifestyle. It's not hard.
No.
And the food is delicious.
It's not hard.
I mean, I love fish. I can have a flank steak. They have flank steak.
Oh, they have good flank steak there.
Right.
Yeah.
So it becomes a lifestyle. And if you get into the groove, you don't even have to worry about eating, because what you're eating is good for you.
Well, people question it because I have, I'm a little older than you. I have a routine, and people who come into my life say, you have a routine. Are you like stuck in your ways? No, it's just it's what I've been doing since I was 18.
Right.
But it works for me.
That's right.
And it works for you. And it works for you. If this is what you want to do and you want to maintain a nice body and stay healthy and look good, you have to have discipline, you have to have a routine, but it's not a job. It's like, this is just what I do. Right. I mean, I had my egg whites and oatmeal for breakfast. I go to the gym, I have my protein drink. I stop at El Pollo Loco, I have 2 chicken breasts and veggies, because I see my son there and my daughter there, and we all eat the same. And if I go have a cheeseburger once in a while, it's okay. Yep. But I go back to that again. And it's just like you, and the dinner is the fish or the chicken. And I'm happy with that.
It's a lifestyle.
Yeah, and it doesn't hurt to throw a little dessert in once in a while.
No, you got to live. Listen, everything is moderation. So
Yeah.
if you want to have a piece of cheesecake or a cannoli or whatever your dessert is, ice cream, once a week, twice a week, it's not going to hurt you. But you have to be realistic and honest with yourself. You can't do it every day.
You can't do it every day. And what the key is in bodybuilding is they need to know, and they learn from us, it is consistency in diet.
Right.
You have to be consistent. I had a kid come up to me in the gym. He's 22 years old. And he says, I need to talk to you. Somebody referred him. He says about training. He says, I'm taking testosterone and I'm taking some DECA and I'm taking GH and I'm not seeing a huge difference. I said, you're 22 years old. You don't even need it.
Right.
How's your diet? He says, well, for Monday through Thursday, I'm pretty good. And then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I go crazy and eat everything and go out and get drunk.
Well,
you can't do that.
So there you go.
Yeah.
No. If you want it bad enough, you'll work hard. Nothing comes easy, or everybody would look like Arnold. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Let's face it.
Yeah.
You have to work for it. Anything worth having, you have to work and put your time in.
Yes, and training heavy like you did back then, I did back then. My bench was 440. I mean, I'm suffering today. My shoulders kill me.
I know.
My joints hurt.
Listen, we all have our aches and pains, and you just learn to work around it.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I work around the injury, and I'm finding the older I get, you're only as healthy as your spine. So a lot of stretching,
Yeah.
a lot of cardio. Everybody's different. There isn't one size fits all. I believe you got to find what works for you.
Well, sure.
So, I mean, there's a basic guideline you could provide for people, but everybody has to tweak it for their lifestyle and for injuries, because if you have a certain injury, now your body mechanic will change just a little bit.
Right. And it's like a doctor. You don't give everybody the same medicine.
Right.
Although they do sometimes to make it easy. But, what routine works for me may not work for you. Do you hit each body part twice a week? Is that what you do? Once a week?
Once a week.
I tried that, and actually it's okay.
Yeah.
And sometimes only one body part to work at.
Well, what I do is one body part per workout, and then I do 45 minutes of cardio.
There you go.
And that's what works for me. And
Yep.
then, I go home and then I get back on the computer like you do, and I try and play with all this cross-marketing. And I like positive, creative people, and I
Yeah.
like to get in that space. I see so many, like when Whitney Houston passed, I saw so many people with so much hate. I had to get off the computer.
Yeah.
People were like putting pictures of crack spoons and
Oh, my
talking
God.
trash. I'm like, who are these people?
So negative.
You know, I mean, listen, I just shot a commercial for Reputation.com, and I'm working with them now as well because of that. There's a lot of haters out there,
Yeah.
and I had a guy actually send me a text saying, I'm going to go online and trash you. I'm like, what?
Yeah, why?
And I'm like, yeah. So anyways, we tracked him. We have all his information. We found out who he is. I hired Reputation.com. I have LifeLock. I have everything you could possibly have. I will never let anybody intimidate me from doing what I want to do.
Right.
So I have all the tools. We know every move this guy makes. There's two of them. One is a guy who used to live in my building, too. He was trashing me on some article. He goes, yeah, I lived in his building. Well, what he left out is he's the guy who got evicted because he was drunk and blasting his music.
Well, always, yeah.
Yeah, he got evicted out of the building. So
he's bitter.
You got to understand when you're out there on the web, don't believe everything you read, and you have to understand that usually happy, positive people who are at a good place in their life give compliments. Angry, unhappy people criticize to make themselves feel better.
There are those.
Exactly.
And they hide behind the keyboard so you don't know who they are.
They use some user profile name. They become John Wayne.
Exactly.
These guys are all tough guys now because they can hide.
I know.
If you're going to post something nice or creative or have something positive to say. Or I used to say, remember what your mother used to say.
Yeah.
If you got nothing nice to say, don't say anything.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything. It's just stay silent. Is your website up and running now?
My website's up, wise.com. It's basically, I created a place where creative, passionate people can post stuff video. So in other words, a video bio, video testimonials is very powerful today because we could, write out a video. We could write out a text. Like I worked with Rick, he was great. But if you saw that in video, it's just, that's why all these little short commercials are running on the web. That's why all these companies now are doing video testimonials. So it's a big space right now to play in. So I created a place, wise.com.
And how do you spell that?
YYIZE.com.
Right.
I went with YY because the W was taken.
Right.
But it's kind of cool because two Y's. It's kind of
No, I understand that.
Yeah.
It's a good site. It has a lot of good info and documentaries.
I'm having fun. Listen, we're playing with artists. We're playing with musicians, bodybuilders, fit magazines. Danny Fitro, I interviewed him, came out with a great piece. We just want creative, happy, cool people to be able to share their stuff.
Yeah.
And on our site, guess what? You can't post stupid comments or criticize somebody because on our site, when you agree to come on, and it's invitation only, you agree not to do that. And if you do, you get deleted and blocked because this one project isn't about money. I'm not doing this for the money. I'm doing this for the passion and the fun. If the money comes, great.
None of us do this for the money. I don't do this for money. I do it because I love it.
Exactly.
And when you love something, you do a good job with it. Right. Money could come from some other source down the road from something like this, but I'm not even thinking of that.
That's right.
I just do it because I enjoy it and giving it to you people so you can enjoy it.
And you're good at it. Everybody knows who you are. Everybody respects you. You put out good stuff. I mean, listen, I've been watching your stuff for years. I love it. I'm honored that you called me up and said, hey, come do this.
Well, I told you I would.
I love it. Listen.
We just had to get through the holidays.
Yeah.
I have a question because somebody asked me, and I can't get access to this. Were you close with the Menser brothers?
I knew them, and they were training at the same time. I don't have any pictures of anything. I'll tell you one thing. They were both really, really strong.
Yeah, I don't know much either because they never really ventured into goals much. And people said, what do you know about them? How do they train? I don't really know.
I'll tell you, Mike was super strong, and he had this theory he would do one set to failure.
That's the Arthur Jones thing.
Yes.
With Nautilus.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that. Casey Viador did it too.
That's right.
Then they throw up.
Oh my God.
But
I used to watch these guys train, and there were so many guys that I had the privilege to train with. I mean, from Robbie Robinson to Casey Viador to Tom Platz to Mike Christian. I mean, I can go on all day with just such strong characters. These guys, I mean, training with them was exciting, and I loved every minute of it.
Yeah. Did that one set to failure work?
It did for him. Isn't he the only bodybuilder in history who got a perfect score?
I think so.
Okay.
Off of that, huh?
I don't know.
Whoa.
I don't know. But he would do one set, and I mean to failure. And Tom Platz was also one of those guys who would explore the 50 rep, 100 rep.
I saw him
and
do
I
it.
tell you, you really got to challenge yourself. A lot of people out there train hard and stuff, and I know there's all different kind of theories, and I'm not saying that everybody needs to try this, but if you ever want to challenge yourself to see if you could do something like that, it's a challenge.
Well, you know, the standard is 8 to 10 reps. I mean, I go to 12 to 15 to 20 sometimes, and I know I can do more, and I'll stop at 10, I'll stop at 12. Right. I don't know why I stop. I mean, I don't feel like going anymore.
I know.
But I can.
I know.
And I saw Platts do leg extensions, and he would do them and do them and do them until he was just rocking in the chair, and the legs weren't even going anymore, and fall off the machine.
I trained with Tom for a while, and let me tell you, as a training partner, you were exhausted.
Oh, I can imagine.
Because when he would do his leg curls, he would want you to pull down.
Resistance.
Okay, resistance training, and you would pull again, and every time you're exhausted, your triceps are burning, and he's going more. Come on, come on. I mean, Tom was the most intense training partner I ever had in my life.
You can do that at 20.
Well, at 20, you can run through walls. I mean, you could do anything at 20, right?
I know, yeah.
We'd go to Vegas, stay up for 3 nights, no problem.
I know.
Now, it's like someone calls you up. It's 10 o'clock. You go.
Can you stay up past 10, 11 o'clock?
I'm up till midnight.
Is that about it?
Then I'm down, and I get up around 6:30 every day. I love my mornings.
If you stay up past that, do you feel exhausted the next day?
It throws my whole clock off. Yeah.
Oh, totally.
I think we all get into routines.
Yes.
You know, and your eating habits, your schedule, your body adjusts to it. Now, that doesn't mean you can't change it.
No.
But I think we all fall into our program.
You can change it, but if you train and diet or you eat right, it does throw you off. Yeah. It's like getting drunk and having a hangover. When I don't sleep enough, I feel like I have a hangover.
Yeah. And the older you get, the more you feel that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I'm really glad you came.
Hey, listen, a blast. I'll do it anytime. You call me.
I will definitely do it. And we're going to put up your website so they can see it. I got some pictures to flash on of you back in the day. But you're still the same guy.
Hey, man, I'm at a place in my life where I've just discovered this new space to play in, and I think life is made up of chapters, and you and I have talked about this. I get the joke I'm not the young buck in the gym anymore. Right. I had my 15 minutes. I'm grateful for that.
Me too.
But now I'm into being behind the camera, and I love doing documentaries, and I love telling other people's stories. Yeah. I really enjoy that. And when you do a really good job, and they go home and show their parents, and they call you up, and they go, oh my God, that to me,
that's the key. You know, people come up and say, aren't you Ric Drasin? I used to be. I used to be.
Exactly.
Now I'm the older version, but I'm happy with it.
That's right.
Well, thank you for watching Rick's Corner, and we'll have Rick back and talk about more bodybuilding. See you next time.
Thank you, sir.